In the previous video, we created a selection mode. This mode allows us to switch between a paint mode and a color selection mode. One other enhancement might be to add an option to change the line width or the pen width. So we can accomplish this by creating a variable, pen width, and change the pen width by 1, increasing it when the right arrow key is pressed. And we could also decrease it when the left arrow key is pressed. So we'll decrease it by 1 when the left arrow is pressed, and increase it by 1 when the right arrow is pressed, going back and forth between a wider line and a more narrow line. Now, in order for this to work, we're going to have to go back into the paint program and take out set pen size to 5. If we leave that in, the pen width will always be 5. But if we take it out, we can then set the pen size to the pen width variable, and then each time we change the pen width variable, it will also change the size of the drawing. So let's give this a try. I'm going to make a fairly wide line, and I'll select 1, and that is the color selection mode, so I'll select a nice blue. Then I'll select 2 to paint, and we have a fairly wide line. I'll make the line narrower by pressing the left arrow, and I'm going to take it all the way back down to 1. And now if I have it 1, we get a much more narrow line. One other thing we might want to do, we previously created color samples by changing the line ends to flat. And if we shift that so that they're not flat, it doesn't make as much of a difference for the narrow line, but as the line gets bigger, you can see that when the line end is flat, we get this sort of ragged look, and when it's rounded, we get a smoother look. Now that might be an option we'd like to have later. We could switch between a ragged and a smooth look, or even have an option to create features such as dashed lines. So this is a good place to stop in this video, but in the next video we'll demonstrate how we can clear the screen with user control. So we may want to change the palette, so clear off the canvas so that we have a fresh drawing surface. We'll do that in the next video.